So my third court appearance, which I figured was going to be the last one, of course the DA hadn't responded to the demur. I had to remind the commissioner step by step what had happened. They seemed to get it all out of order, and of course they didn't have any records, so I had to come back for a fourth time.
Good morning.
Okay, first of all, did you receive a copy of the verified complaint?
I received a copy of a complaint that I still claim is not verified because it's not signed or endorsed by a magistrate.
Okay, well,
and I filed a demur, and you gave them 10 days to answer, and I have not had an answer to the demur.
well, the demur had to do with not filing a verified complaint. The court accepts this in lieu of a verified complaint because it is signed under penalty of perjury with a court clerk who was sworn, and this is...
Can I ask a couple questions? Like, you gave the district attorney 10 days to answer the demur when I was here on May 17th.
Yes.
I still haven't seen an answer, so I would like it dismissed for non-prosecution or just because they haven't answered.
The demur, and I'm sorry, I'm not holding it in front of me. All I'm holding is the other motion by filing it.
That's fine, but they haven't answered the demur or your request to answer within 10 days.
Well, I accept this as their answer, quite honestly, and I appreciate that might be put in,
Well, excuse me, that was filed before the demur. My demur answered that. And you gave them 10 days.
Okay, let me do this, Mr. Cupp, because I don't have every item. No, I don't have it over there, because I'd be looking to put all of Mr. Cupp's things together.
I have the endorsed filed copy here.
I don't have everything here to look at the date on.
Fine. On May 17th, I think I appeared first on April 23rd.
Right, okay.
Requested a verified complaint.
All right.
Submitted papers for that, which cited the codes.
Right.
Came back on May 17th.
Right.
I didn't know if I was going to get a verified complaint or not because I never got one. You handed me one, which I looked at. That was signed by a district attorney and signed by a clerk of the court.
Okay.
But not signed by a magistrate or endorsed with an I, endorsed under Penal Code 738, 739, or 872A. You said at that time people misquote the codes all the time. Let's schedule to come back. What I'm saying is I signed a notice to appear, and I've appeared, and I've appeared, and I've appeared. So, and you gave the district attorney 10 days to respond to the demur, and they haven't. You actually had me go up and hand deliver it that day.
Well, let's do this, okay? I need one more leap on this. You may be correct about the underlying issue or not, okay? But that gives me leave to take care of that. If that's the threshold issue, then there you are. On the electronic court reporting, if that threshold issue is met, I want to be able to respond to you on this one as well.
Yes, ma'am.
My fourth time I appeared as they told me, and I wasn't even on the docket. They called the returning cases, and I had to go remind them that I was there. She, again, didn't have any of the information. The district attorney hadn't showed up. I had to remind her step by step what had happened, and I got my dismissal in the interest of justice.
Mr. Cupp, this was, you have your demur here, and once again, I don't have stuff in front of me. I don't know if they're just avoiding you or what's going on.
The determination you needed to make was I had filed a demur. You gave the DA 10 days to answer. They hadn't answered within the 10 days as of when I was here a week ago.
I'm going to do this. First of all, I want to tell you, and I'm just going to be very flat with you, and I'm going to dismiss your case. You've been here a number of times in good faith. However, I'm going to throw a big pie at you and tell you you're wrong about the law. So it's fine.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, the demur to the complaint, and I did read your stuff in anticipation of it, that whole magistrate business, honestly, I have to tell you, that took a nightmare of research, not for you, I've done this before, to say, whoa, what about these rules? What about the verified complaint? What about the magistrate stuff? Come on, let's straighten this out. It's got to be like it's got to be. So really the honest truth of it and is that if first of all, I forget if I've explained this to you, and I apologize if I have, but I'm going to tell you again anyway. Here's the problem with, then you have a right to a verified complaint for the district. It's very confusing to try to research this stuff because there's about 5 different code sections which you've discovered that interact with each other. It's just, so you have to put the pieces together. You're wrong on the magistrate thing. That I was clear about, but I thought, okay, DA, you need to respond to this thing. They didn't. Now, quite honestly, I don't need them to respond. I can just overrule your demur on my own motion. You've made every effort to be here. You've taken every step. So I think benefit of the doubt will go to you, interest of justice, I'll dismiss it. And if you have a court date ahead, you don't have to be here.
Thank you,
I'm saying
Commissioner.
is if we